Today we're gonna look at this big, dreamy raven. Good times. You also get to look at some of the other sets from this wave. Big dinosaur, big mech, big bird, cat motorcycle, small bird, panda, red panda. All very exciting stuff. Remember, don't forget to watch the show. This is probably the first set I've actually gotten that has all paper bags. That's interesting, and I guess good to finally see. Finally, this actually came true. Good job, Lego. Good job. It also comes with the giant packet with instruction booklets in there. So that's nice. You also get a nice little sticker sheet with a few little stickers on there. Here we have Mateo. Looks really nice, fairly standard looking Mateo. Very nice pants there and side leg printing, and has a nice little puffer vest, which is nice. Also does come with this giant, I guess, Z-Blob blaster thing. It's, I guess, shooting out Z-Blob there. Does have a big old tank back here. You also get a spare little Z-Blob there as well with nice little printed eyes. So yeah, it looks good. It's a bit unwieldy and even weirder than the giant pencil he usually has, but you know, he still looks nice. And you get a giant green slime gun. Here we have the Never Witch. It looks really nice. Does come with that nice little, I guess, kind of smoky extra little leg piece there. Does come with a giant kind of staff. Little jewel down there. Also, one of those little tiles in there, which is nicely printed. Which looks nice. Does got a very nice crown / hairpiece and very David Bowie-esque kind of little tattoo there. Does come with a nice little printing on the torso and a little bit of legs you can see, and most of the back is covered up by a giant hairpiece. And overall, she looks really nice, and it's usually the best part of Dream sets is these villain characters. So yeah, looking good. Looking good. She also comes with another one of these kind of translucent, kind of raven crows that, you know, is a big part of the theme now. Yeah, it looks, you know, looks good. Nice, kind of translucently bird. Here we have Dizzy. It looks very nice. Pretty much a evil version of Lizzie. Does come with a nice kind of hairpiece there, with that kind of translucent black pinkish color to it. Same with a little shoulder piece. Does come with her kind of standard kind of claw / jewel weapon. Does come with a very nice waist cape, which is always nice to see. Nice little printing on the back, printing on the front, and on the legs. And overall, she looks good. Good and evil. Here we have Dugan. Looks very nice. Very nice. Printing on the back and printing on the front and the legs. Does come with that kind of shoulder piece. Very nice hair piece. And this kind of jeweled kind of, you know, claw hammer weapon thing. It really looks nice. You know? Looking good. Or, well, looking evil. Here we have Astrid. Looks really nice. Very nice little wheelchair there. Very nice printing on the torso and a little bit of printing on the legs there. Just come with a couple of, I guess, jet boosters on the back of her wheelchair. Also that very nice hairpiece. That's it. And overall, she looks good. You know, it's good to get a wheelchair with a couple of rockets on there. So that's nice. Here we have our giant raven in its, I guess, base form, which looks pretty nice, and it's quite big, and that wingspan is quite extensive, so there you go. That's slightly better. Does have a nice little face on there, little eye print. Does have this opening and closing beak, which is nice. Bit of a little spike there at the end. The head doesn't really move or anything, so it's just sort of fixed like that. You do get a couple of wings here, which do move up and down. That's about it. So they can go all the way down, all the way up. Do get these nice little kind of feathers on the over here, which do move around a little, so you can adjust them as you so choose, or you can just sort of leave them where they are. And this wing is just like that wing. You also get a pretty flat top up here, so you can build your, I guess, weird nightmare cabin up here if you so choose. Do get a bit of a trapdoor there, so you can throw away your victims of dreams. Do get a bit of an opening in here. Little place to stick stuff. There's a little egg in there as well, which is nice. Back here in the tail, which does move up and down, but that's about it. They can move it a little. Some more feathers back here, which do move around a little, but, you know, I don't know why you would go crazy with them, but you can move them. There you go, that's better. And on the underside, there's pretty much nothing really going on down here. Don't get any kind of legs or anything, or nothing to indicate more of bird features, but so it just sort of sits there on a big old flat spot, and that's about it. So yeah, it looks nice. Big old nightmare raven, if that's your thing. There you go. Good times. Now it's time to make a decision. Which way am I gonna go? Bird with a house or bird with a walking house and spider? Oh, I guess there's only one way to find out. Keep watching. Here we have our little, I guess, nightmare spider, which is pretty nice. Got a couple little pointy little legs on each side. Bunch of like jewels used as the eyes. Little pinchers here. Get some of these flames coming out of it. Not much going on down here. On the back side, you get two of those little spiderweb things you see with Spider-Man sets, but in a different color. Uses the old backside, which contains two of those little, I guess, little crystal-like cases with more of those nice little printed tiles in there, which just sort of clips on here and clips off kind of easily. But yeah, that's about it. It's a nice little kind of scary demon nightmare spider, which is nice. Good times. Here we have our little witch's house with legs on it, which is pretty nice. Does stand quite tall, especially with the little chimney on there. Do get these nice little lanterns out front. Do get some stickers on these two pieces here. I guess some sort of plants growing here with little horns and a little plant there. Bunch of bars on the window. There's a bunch of little spiky bits here on the side of the house and on the front of the house. Get these two lanterns. Bit of a stony front here as well. And when you open the door, there's a bunch of, I guess, kind of jewels and plants and all kinds of stuff in there for, I guess, witchy things, which is pretty nice. That's about it. There's not much to it. Look at these legs down here, so I can like walk around, which are very very bird-like and very pointy. They don't really move or anything, so they're pretty much just sort of fixed in position. Then you get this little roof pattern here. Get a little smoke coming out of the chimney. But you can kind of open this up, get a bit of a look inside. Some more jewels and potions on the, I guess, roof shelves, which don't seem to be very user-friendly since everything would just technically, I guess, fall off of them, but I guess magic keeps them in place. So yeah, there you go. There's your little scary little witch house. Which looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. There's pretty much nothing else done to the raven here after you build your little house and your little spider, but they do have these little bits here, and that's about it. Which, unfortunately, still makes this kind of very unfulfilling with not having the house, I guess, on the back of the raven, so in all likelihood that first option is probably the better option, to have, you know, the house like on the back of it and not separate. So if I had to do this again, I'd probably choose option 1 and not option 2. So there you go. Good times.